Please welcome.
Hello everybody. Thanks very much for coming to the last session of the day. Very much appreciate it. I know you're probably all itching to get to the pub and have a drink. Yes, that will make sense later. That's my Danish colleague from Lego over there. As I say, welcome. Today we're going to explore what we're calling the 3 C's of modern creativity and their impact. Looking specifically at the impact of community, crowdsourcing and co-creation on how we build and disseminate ideas. With me today, as you can see, I've got 2 esteemed colleagues, both representing global Scandinavian businesses, so bringing a chill to the air. We have Casper, who's the guy who just threw the Lego everywhere, and Stuart, representing Nokia. So I'll start the story and then I'll pass over to those guys who've got some really interesting real-life case stories. So to kick off, I actually started my career in market research, and as a result, I've always been very, very interested in the best way of getting input from the consumer. I've worked in research, qual and quant, putting focus groups together and doing surveys, all in the aid of fine-tuning product, proposition and ideas, basically by asking questions of the consumer, predominantly to validate the thinking of my agency or my client. The kind of digital world that we now live in has flipped that line of interrogation on its head. More and more consumers have seeked out like-minded people, and communities have emerged that are already talking about our products, our brands and our communications. And they're doing that uninvited by us, which is quite scary. As a voyeur of this, you can now see people talking about your products and services all the time. You can scrape their conversations, you can track real time their opinions like never before. But probably slightly more worrying, the voices within these communities are more powerful than anything we've ever dealt with before, both in terms of positive and negative comment. They know how to transmit things rapidly and they move things out of our control very quickly. So as a result of that, all of us working on the agency and client side are having to learn new skills. We're having to learn to communicate directly to these people. We're having to learn to build valuable engagement. And we're having to allow these groups a complete return path. So as many of them are stepping forward towards us in search of an active conversation. So if you like, we've already started to source the crowd digitally. And lots of smart companies are now looking at these comments and ideas on new products, services, and trying to actually nurture and nourish them. Through a process of fusion, or in some cases fission, they're creating powerful ideas that seem to emerge from this collaboration. So that's really what co-creation is all about, what we're going to call today crowd-accelerated innovation. And the true process of co-creation is a process that's getting faster and more efficient as the world gets more connected. Many of the ideas that we've seen today and we'll see over the coming days couldn't have been created if they were researched or created the old way. We have the combined tools now to create new content with the consumer, to increase engagement through new services and to design new products. And the 3 C's go much deeper than just modifying what they say. They're fundamental to the things we serve. So in this new era of collective thinking, we all have the opportunity to collaborate, conspire, cooperate and co-venture with our most precious of commodities, the lifeblood of our businesses, the consumer. Sometimes crowdsourcing needs a nudge. Some of the best exponents of crowdsourcing come out of the entertainment industry. And it's quite interesting today, I was thinking, what is it that Simon Cowell of Pop Idol fame is teaching Barack Obama right now? And I read a report from the federal government who are currently using challenges and prize-based crowdsourcing mechanics to, in their words, empower the public to help solve some of the most difficult problems the country faces. So if the American government are doing it, then surely this is something that everybody should be taking part in. And certainly this isn't niche behaviour, it is happening everywhere, and I kind of in some ways wish we had more time to show more amazing work. But the 3 C's have really taken root in business and brand culture the world over. probably the best exponent started in technology, and maybe the Apple App Store, turning over billions of dollars a year off the back of other people's IP, is perhaps one of the best examples. But now, the 3 C's are spread right across every product and category. So let's have a quick look at the 3 C's in practice. I was going to give you a quick canned hors d'oeuvre before the Lego and Nokia guys take over with the main course. Every brand has a community of sorts. Basically, what makes it useful is how we define, interact and engage with them. And you might have noticed my little morph man is now wearing trainers. I was lucky enough early on today to come into the Sapient Nitro presentation. And what